I am what I am, and what I am needs no excuses. I deal my own deck, sometimes the ace, sometimes the deuces. It's my life, and there's no return, no deposit, one life, so it's time to open up your closet. Life's not worth a damn till you say, hey, I am what I am. Shirley Bassey. Sirius never meant to become white sheep in the most ancient and noble family black. It happened so gradually that, beginning with, he hadn't even noticed it had started with normal childish defense. Sirius had always been one to test boundaries, needing to find out exactly how far he could push his mother before she snapped and punished him. Being brought up, for the most part, by the family house elves, Sirius longed to gain attention of his oldie mother and almost permanently absent father, and he found that the most efficient way to do this was getting into trouble. It started with little things. He stole a jar of enchanted color, changing nail varnish from his cousin Narcissa, and painted handlebar mustache like Uncle Alpard on his grandmother's portrait, which hung in the hall. Unfortunately for Seminus Black's portrait itself, the nail varnish was designed to be everlasting, so her portrait was taken down and hidden in the attic. Sirius was hanged and locked in the cellar for a day, where he screamed and beat small fists against the door, afraid of the shadowy blocks of the wine barrels and the skittering things in the dark corners. One Christmas Eve, few months after his 7th birthday, he spent a quietly productive night chewing up 13 packets of Truthless Best blowing gum and sticking it into his sleeping cousin's Bellatrix's hair. The resulting trauma the next day was well worth another spanking and the confiscation of his pocket money for 2 weeks. Unturned and drunk on attention and his creative, Sirius pulled his next prank when Malfoy family came to visit for a dinner party. Lucius Malfoy had sneered at Sirius's new green velvet dress robe, and Sirius smiled brightly at him. Then later enlisted the help of his little brother Regulus to lure Lucius away from the main party into a spare room in which Seminus Black's old swallowing chair was stored. It was only much later, when the Malfoys were due to leave, that the older boy was discovered swallowed up to his neck by a massive, full opal-horsted chair, swearing fluently at Sirius and Regulus, who were painting the older boy's white blonde locks with colored streaks of glittery pink and violet food coloring. Only his favorite cousin Andromeda and great-uncle Alpard seemed to appreciate his effort towards causing chaos in the most ancient and noble house of Black. At the time, he didn't realize that they recognized in him the same deficiencies towards his family that they have found in themselves. As Sirius' mother pushed him farther away from her and her ideals through constant criticism and punishment, Andromeda and Alpard quietly took him under their wings, creating a small flock of white sheep among the blacks. Sirius grew to love his protectors more than his parents, and when Andromeda announced her engagement to Muggle-born Ted Tonks 3 weeks before Sirius' 10th birthday and was consequently disowned and burned off the Black family tree, Sirius' efforts at mischief turned to beg for attention in the subtle way to get revenge on behalf of his favorite cousin. "You'll go the same way she did," shrieked Walburga Black as she furiously directed the house elves to catch the 12 snifflers that were tearing apart the house in search of shiny items. Sirius had saved his pocket money for months to afford snifflers and hoped his mother wasn't going to drown them. "Are you listening to me, Sirius Orion Black? I swear I will burn you off the family tree if you keep behaving the way you do." "Well, maybe I don't care," Sirius screamed back. "Maybe I think that it would be better to be like Andromeda than like you. Don't you dare speak her name in this house again, the filthy muggle-loving blood traitor." Before Sirius had a chance to react, his mother had slapped him across the face with the back of her hand. He felt the big ring with the family crest cut into his cheek as he fell to the floor. His mother had never struck him before, ordered him to be beaten by house elves, yes, but never struck him herself. Sirius' hatred hardened to diamond and lodged into his chest. "I like Ted." Sirius actually felt himself shaking with fury. "He's kind and funny, and I don't care that he's muggle-born." He opened his mouth to say more, but she leaned down and slapped him again, before picking him up and dragging him to the kitchen and throwing him into the cellar. He was there for 2 whole days, the longest time he could ever remember being punished for. His hate and anger grew through each dark hour. Sirius woke with jerk in the early hours of the morning. He was due to leave for Hogwarts. He sat up in bed, listened, and smiled when he heard the tension knock the second time. "Come in, Reg," he called softly to his little brother. The door creaked open and 9-year-old Regulus crept in and scrambled up onto his brother's bed. "I don't want you to go to the school," he whispered to Sirius. What will I do without you protecting me from Mom? You don't need protection." Sirius said, grinning at his brother in the darkness. "I'm the bad one. I do only sometimes get into trouble, 'cause I make you. But I miss you here." "I miss you too, Reg." Sirius leaned over and hugged him around the shoulders. Neither of the boys were used to physical sign of affection, and it felt awkward and warmly comforting at the same time. "You'll fight for me?" "Of course," Sirius said. "I'll write and tell you about the brilliant pranks I plan to pull on our slimy Slytherin cousins." "But you are going to be a Slytherin. If you pull pranks on them, who will be your friend?" Sirius leaned back in his bed, regarding his little brother. Regulus' face looked pale and worried with the moonlight filtering through the curtains. He came to a decision. "Can you keep a secret?" "A secret," Regulus said uncertainly. "What secret?" "I'll tell you." "I will tell you, only if you promise to keep it." "Okay, I promised." Regulus leaned forward and his face eager. "I'm not going to be in Slytherin." "What?" "Shh!" Sirius hissed, slapping his hand over his brother's mouth. Regulus patted his hand away, staring at him open-mouthed. "What do you mean you won't be in Slytherin? Everyone is in Slytherin. You can't be anywhere else." The only person who was in another house was Andromeda, and she... Regulus went off as he suddenly understood. "That's why, isn't it? Because what Mom did to Andromeda. Come on, Sirius. Do you want that to happen to you? She'll hate you more than she already does. Besides, you can't choose what house you'll be in." "Yes, you can," Sirius said. "Well, not what house you will be, but you can choose what house you don't want to be in." "That's what Andromeda did." She said with a shouting hand that she didn't want to be a Slytherin, so he put her in Ravenclaw. "She didn't," Regulus whispered in tones of horror at all. "She did too." "But what if it doesn't put you in Ravenclaw? What if it puts you in Hufflepuff or Gryffindor? What if it put you in Gryffindor? No one in our family would ever forgive you." You would, wouldn't you? Sirius asked, suddenly uncertain. You want to go in the Gryffindor? Hercules zipped away from Sirius on the bed. I thought his disturbing Gryffindor tendencies were contagious. Please, Rick, say you'll forgive me, even if it puts me there. Sirius reached out to grab Hercules' wrist as he moved away. Mom will kill me! Please. Sirius! Hercules turned to stare at the shaft of silver moonlight from the window. Okay. I promise I won't hate you. But I can promise I'll stand up for you. He looked at Sirius with tears in his eyes. I'm not brave like you. You would make a good Gryffindor. You're stubborn and brave and do stupid things without thinking, but I can't stand up to Mom like you can. Sirius felt a clench of pain in his heart, as though he had twisted and been yanked roughly up in his chest. He wondered if this was what Andromeda had felt as she watched her name being burned off the family tree. He wanted to scream at Regulus, tell him that brothers should stand up for each other no matter what. But he couldn't. Regulus was right. He wasn't brave as Sirius. In fact, saying that he would support Sirius even secretly was the bravest thing he had ever done. It's okay, Regulus. As long as I know that you secretly don't hate me, I'll be okay. He hesitated for a second, then said, even if I wanted to be in Slytherin, I have a feeling I couldn't be. Can you think of any Slytherinist qualities I have? At least this way, I'll make my choice. Regulus didn't answer. He just leaned over and gave his brother another one of those awkward hugs before slipping out of the bed and tiptoeing to the door. I really will miss you, you big stupid Gryffindor, he whispered as he got there. Shut up, you git. Sirius his back, the pain in his heart slowly fading. Regulus huffled alive and shut the door behind him.